skills to get inside some.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Barnes dishes to Iguodala. From deep, Green. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Nets trailed by 19. And Thompson worked hard on his explosiveness and finishing. He predicted, Steve, a poster dunk last season and delivered against Kyle Singler. Remember that of the Pistons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been trying to go inside more. And last year, he thought, he'd have to work at it to get to the line more. Only averaged about 2 free throw attempts per game for his career. So that's the next step for him to be more aggressive attacking.
Brown with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. He hits Brown with the drive. This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one.
It appears as though the Nets have basically committed to winning now with the way they've handled contracts and trades, and as good as they are, you do have to wonder about their future.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. From deep three-point range, Green kicks to Livingston. Golden State moving the ball around. That's good. Thompson's got 6 here in this quarter.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
With the Nets, as you said, a lot of older players on the roster, and they've had to surrender a lot of picks to get the talent they do have here. I wonder if that may come back to bite them.
Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Well, for the Nets, Clark, the lack of draft picks most certainly will hamper them at some point. But if they are able to come out of the East and make big noise until then, people I don't think are going to mind.
No, I agree with you there. I mean, it's going to be interesting. They do have the finances despite not having the draft picks, so perhaps they can land a couple of good free agents. He may not have the elevation or the hops. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys, Clark. You're right.
Yeah, well, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, he can put it down.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry against Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Here's Curry with the 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Early on last year, the Warriors showed that they were going to be a team to make the postseason in the West. Couldn't get the home court advantage, though, and that kind of hurt it.
Yeah, it did. And as dangerous as their team is in the playoffs with the shooting ability they have, they're much better if they could have gotten that extra game at Oracle Arena.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Anderson, a screen on Green. Plumlee, the pass to Jack. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That extra game would matter in the end. Last postseason, the Warriors lost to the Clippers in a back-and-forth Game 7.
Well, the Warriors expected and hoped to go farther than the first round of the playoffs, but you have to give them a lot of credit for playing the Clippers as tough as they did, considering they were down multiple centers during that series.
And he gets it to go.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc.
Well, Steve Jirinchak, after a season with the Warriors that saw him come in 3rd and voting for 6th Man of the Year, struggling mightily in year 1 of his contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, all around, probably the worst season of his career. You look at the shooting efficiency below the league average for the first time ever for Jack, but sometimes when you make a move to a new team, the different surroundings, the different teammates, it doesn't work out as well as you'd hoped.
Now here's Iguodala. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Back to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Barnes has got 5 now.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage. And for Jack last season, his assists fell too. Traded away by the Cavs to free up cap space. He's excited about his new surroundings and looking to rebound from last season.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Here's Curry, and that one's good. Curry's got 28 points for the game.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
And Jack, with 2 years left on his deal, a team option for a third, now in his 30s. I expect him to bounce back. He's too good a player to continue to struggle like he did last season.
Well, I agree. Not only is he a good player, he's a quality guy, too.
2 shots.
Jarrett Jack, a versatile combo guard, can guard ones or twos. He's 6'3", but very strong, so he's able to defend shooting guards pretty well.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. And Drew Bogut. He's checked in for Green. Lee comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now a timeout called by Golden State. We talked about Jarrett Jack's versatility. He can play on or off the ball.
Yeah, he's really rock solid. Gives you everything you want in a combo, starting or backup guard. He's a good spot-up shooter. When he has the ball in his hands, he can get in the lane. He creates for others. And I like his fearlessness as well.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green comes in for Lee. And it's Klay Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. Bogdanovich, know what? The Warriors shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And Bogut slams it in.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
And Jack kicks to Bogdanovich. The 11-footer. That misses off the backboard. Here's Livingston. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly. But get you right. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 28 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of just how many of those he's hit.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Young. Brown out there with Darren Williams. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low.
The Nets brought in a lot of talent before last season, and even though they had the big-name stars starting, they were actually a very deep team.
And finished off by Brown.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and a terrific finish. And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, Steph Curry's such an incredible outside shooter. He makes impossible shots look easy. Draymond Green said he expects those shots to go in. He said, I'm, quote, amazed when he doesn't make it. Nonetheless, it's still amazing. I guess that's a contradiction. I'm used to seeing it, but it never gets old. Kevin, I bet we can agree with that.
No doubt, Doris. One of the best shows in basketball. Thank you. And here is Williams. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Tries again, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws. Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man, tremendous size and shooting touch. He might be the best low post scorer in the NBA.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Brown dishes to Williams. 11 feet away. The offensive rebound. Lopez with the bucket.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Curry cannot hit. Excellent D there from Williams.
And for Brook Lopez, always gifted offensively. That's a given. Where he's improved, I think, is in his defense and rebounding. It takes a lot of effort to move that big body around, but he's made that commitment to really get after it, and it shows. I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 34 points for Steph Curry.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front. And it sure seemed like he's going to keep him there. All by himself, it looks like.
And Lopez, over 7 foot tall, 275 pounds, guys, not especially athletic. And that can leave him, Steve, sometimes vulnerable, defending away from the rim.
Yeah, that's why a lot of teams try to put him in pick and roll on the perimeter, just to test his agility and try to get by him to get into the paint. He is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. He laid out their priorities for them, which began with his admonition that offensively they attack the basket at every opportunity. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. And Curry pulls it down.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Lopez. Ready with the block. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.